Maybe I'll put the graphic up and we can have the conversation. This is from Sports Kita. Is that what they're called?
Sports Kita, yeah. I see some of their content floating around. They do images. I believe they have a Twitter X account as well. They've already got their mock-up ready. They know what they want. They must have known this was coming.
Yeah, so
maybe they've had this already made, and they're like, whenever they announce it, we've got it ready. I saw this floating around the interwebbies. Sports Kita is tagged there right in the middle under the WrestleMania 40 logo there. So great job by them having this thing made and having it ready. I wonder what the WWE will put out for this. Now, Roman has his belt in this picture. There was no mention tonight that the belt will be on the line between The Rock and Roman. So I wonder if they're just fighting for the tribal chief and the head of table and the family honor. And the belt is going to be something separate. If that's the case, how interested are you in this if it's just an Hawaii family storyline and not anything to do with the Universal Championship? What say you on that? How y'all doing? The shooter is back.
Yeah, baby.
Shooter, what do you think of this? What do you think? And anybody else who's in the live stream right now, watching us on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, on Twitter, give us what you want. One of the biggest match, same as Cena versus Rock there from Curvin Abreu. Thank you. What do you guys think of this match potentially not having the title involved and simply being about head of the table, tribal chief storyline stuff, just a big old family hierarchy power play here? Is it still interesting to you without a belt? Because they have not announced that it's a title match. And while our chatters mull it over and see if they want to throw in something to us, what do you say there, John? What do you think?
Yeah. Thanks so much for joining, boys, girls, whomever you may be out there. But thanks so much for coming back. And I got to say, ultimately, I do like the idea of, like Curvin is saying here, like we saw the match last year between Cody and Roman Reigns. So The Rock versus Roman Reigns, I think I'd rather see that. But I don't know. I think it has to be for the belt, Dom. But I
do. Okay.
I really think Roman has to drop it at WrestleMania. So I think he has to drop it to either Cody Rhodes or The Rock. And they built some intrigue tonight in the lead or the main event, because I thought it was a foregone conclusion that Cody would go ahead and challenge Roman Reigns. Now,
well, you say Roman has to drop the belt at WrestleMania. What if, and this is a huge what if, because I've heard this floated out there, but I don't know if Roman can actually handle this with his physical condition. But I heard people say that, he's going to put the belt up on night 1, and then The Rock will be night 2.
Right.
That's a total rumor. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because you're almost making Roman look like an underdog in that kind of situation. I'll give you my take on it. I am fine with Roman versus Rock being the only Roman.
Subscribe now. Bury the lead. It's the best.
Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania. I'm fine with it not having the title belt involved.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them just having the match for tribal chief, head of the family. I think it might be interesting to see both Usos come back. They may bring back, who knows, Rikishi. Who knows who they may bring in this, if it's just a big old family tribal chief, head of the table affair. And I don't think it needs the belt. Part of me thinks it's a terrible idea to have the belt in the mix, because I don't want The Rock winning the belt.
You mean
he doesn't wrestle? I mean, if you're ticked off at Roman Reigns having a limited schedule, You want The Rock to have this belt?
Yes.
You know, and I don't mean you personally, John. I'm just talking to anybody. Like, you want this belt to go on somebody who's maybe not even a part-timer?
Right. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. That's the lead going into,
But to put a bow on the lead, belt aside, whatever else they do aside, was this the right time to pull the trigger on Rock Roman and to put it in people's heads that this match is probably happening at WrestleMania?
Oh, for sure. And also I think they did a good job with the main event, just kind of teasing along. You don't really know yet, because if you knew Cody Rhodes was definitely going to face Roman Reigns, you're going to have like a whole lot of, like, I don't know how you're going to plug in all these, what you're going to do for the storyline, because it was already losing steam last year.
Yes.
Going into WrestleMania. So you're going to hold like a couple months. It's April, early April. And I mean, it's 2 months away. So you get 16 TV shows of, basically talking about, oh, hey, like, Cody Rhodes, like, oh, I'll get you, Roman. My daddy, whatever his gimmick is. But yeah, so ultimately, I think it's pretty cool that they added some intrigue here.
Okay.
I want The Rock to beat Roman Reigns for the title. And
you want them to beat him for the title. Okay.
Here's the thing. I like your idea with Roman Reigns and Brock just facing and having like this family, family confrontation. But you gotta have someone have the belt be on display in WrestleMania, right? Like the belt has to be, somebody has to, you can't have that belt, the big belt, and somebody not defend it,
Yeah, I hear that, but on the other hand, like, isn't The Rock better than a belt?
Yeah, I mean, right.
Who's not going to watch this match because the belt isn't involved? Oh, there's another question: is would you put Rock Roman on the pay-per-view coming up before it? That's a neat idea, because Roman did not defend the belt at he did defend the belt at Royal Rumble, but it was in a fatal four-way, a weird thing there. So
yeah.
Now the only problem is, like you're saying there, Kervin, it's a start time in Australia. Your U.S. crowd isn't going to watch it live.
No way.
In fact, that's gonna be an interesting thing for Don't Bury the Lead, because 5 a.m. on a Saturday. that's a tough one for us.
We don't want to just stay up and then watch it. I mean,
yeah.
Even if you do watch it super early in the morning and you get after it, like, you'd have to get up super early in the East Coast, let alone the West Coast. You have to get up even earlier,
Yeah,
so
2 a.m. You might as well stay up Friday night.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with Perth. I mean, we talked about watching it, Dom, and just watching the replay.
Sure.
And that's how we're going to watch it. But I don't think you can have the biggest matchup between The Rock and Roman Reigns, like, in recent memory in Perth. But maybe you could.
If it was a market that they really needed to make a splash in, but if they did that, I think a lot of people would yell and scream at them. How could you not do this at WrestleMania?